I hope you got that, because that was perfect. Hello, Love Muffin, and welcome. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. I have the most gorgeous crochet shawl tutorial to show you today, and it is so easy because it's basically a 1-row repeat. Yes, I am so excited. This undulation pattern was designed for you by Jane Vancellis, and it was inspired by the shapes and movements found in nature. The shapes in this shawl remind me of beautiful ripples, and I love that because you can find ripples all over in nature, whether it's the sun splashing on beautiful sand dunes, or ripples on a lake or the ocean, or you even see the clouds rippling sometimes in the skies. So I just love how Jane took all of that beautiful inspiration and designed this gorgeous, easy to make shawl pattern for you. Another thing that this shawl shows you is that with just a few basic stitches, you can create an absolutely gorgeous piece. I also love how versatile this pattern is. You can make it a shawl like we have here, or if you want to make it more narrow, it'll be a scarf, or you can make it wider and shorter, and you will have a baby blanket for that precious new little baby in your life. This pattern is super easy, and it works up nice and quickly in a sport weight yarn. We opted for our Mirage sport weight yarn, which is a total dream. It is a blend of silk and superwash merino wool, and it has cashmere and camel fiber in it, so it is so gorgeous, and it drapes really beautifully, and it makes lovely patterns. For all the details on this pattern, you can download the PDF at expressionfiberarts.com, and we will put the direct link in the description box below for you. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be starting with a foundation single crochet. I'll be starting with 32 just for a smaller swatch today, but instructions for adjusting the width are included in the pattern PDF for you. We're going to begin with foundation single crochets, and these are super fun to work. Start with a slip knot and go ahead and work a chain 2, and then insert your hook into the first chain that you worked and pull up a loop. Now we're going to create our first chain over here, so yarn over and pull through 1, and that's a chain. Now yarn over and pull through 2 to create a single crochet. So we've created 1. Now turn your piece to the side, and you're going to see this little chain right here. You're going to insert your hook under both legs of that chain. Yarn over and pull up a loop. Now we're going to create another chain. Yarn over, pull through 1. Now we're going to create a single crochet. Yarn over, pull through 2. So we now have 1, 2 foundation single crochets. I'm going to show you again. Turn your work to the side and insert your hook under both legs of the most recent chain you created. Yarn over and pull up a loop. Now create another chain. Yarn over, pull through 1, and then create a single crochet with a yarn over, pull through 2. And just continue on creating as many foundation single crochets as you desire or as the pattern calls for. Alrighty, and there we go. Nice and stretchy. Now that you've worked your foundation single crochets, we're going to go ahead and work row 1, which is our little setup row basically, so that we can then work the rest of our repeating rows on that. We're going to go ahead and turn, and we're going to start with a chain 3, which counts as a double crochet. So we're going to skip the first single crochet. So skip that very first one, and you're going to double crochet into the next 6 single crochets. So there's 1 and 2 and 3. This is a nice, easy to memorize pattern, so you're going to just have it memorized in no time. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead and work 1 more. So there's 6. You have your first chain 3 and then 6 double crochets. Then you're going to work 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet into the next single crochet. So 1 double crochet, chain 2, and 1 double crochet into that same single crochet. Now in the next 7 single crochets, you're going to work 1 double crochet into each one. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I love double crochets because they just make your work go so quickly. 5, and then 2 more. 6 and 7. So go ahead and make sure you're counting. You want to get set up correctly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now you're going to skip 2 single crochets. So skip, skip, go ahead and work into the next one, and you're going to work 1 double crochet into each of the next 7 double crochets. And you're going to start to see that the pattern repeats itself. So it's nice and meditative. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's go ahead and work 2 more so that we've got 7 double crochets. Now in the next single crochet, you're going to work 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet. Now you're going to work a double crochet into each of the next 7 double crochets, and for me that's going to finish off my row. You will continue to repeat across your row if you have a longer piece. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 more for me makes 7. And that is how you work your little setup row. Now that you're all set up, we're going to go ahead and learn how to work the row that you're going to repeat throughout the rest of your pattern. We're going to go ahead and turn our work, and we're going to work into the back loops only, starting with a chain 3. Now we're going to skip the first stitch, and we're going to work a double crochet 2 together over the next 2 stitches. So into the back loops only. So skip the first stitch and work into the back loops and work double crochet 2 together. Stop there. Start another double crochet in the next stitch. When you have 3 loops on your hook, you're going to yarn over and pull through 3. So we've just worked a double crochet 2 together over 2 stitches. Now we're going to continue working only into the back loops, and we're going to work 1 double crochet into each of the next 5 stitches. So I've got 2, there's 3, and 4, and 1 more for 5, and you should be at your chain space now. When you reach that chain space, which is right here, you're going to work 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet into that chain space. Now we're going to double crochet into each of the next 7 stitches. Again, remembering for this row that you're going to be repeating throughout your shawl that you're only working into the back loops, and the reason for that is it just creates a nice subtle little texture difference. You don't have to do that, but it creates a nice little ridge and just adds a little bit of interest to your pattern. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now, when you come to this little valley here, you're going to skip those 2 stitches. So skip the next 2 stitches, 1, 2, and working into the back loop, you're going to work 1 double crochet into each of the next 7 double crochets. And you're just going to be repeating this over and over, creating little valleys and little mountains. It's quite simple. So you just repeat it across your row. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to work 1 more. When you get to the little chain space, which is a little mountain, you're going to work 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet all into that chain space. Continue repeating that across your row. When you do get to the end, you're going to double crochet into the next 5 stitches, grabbing just those little back loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and you should just have a couple stitches left in your row. So you're going to double crochet 2 together over the next 2 stitches, just like we did at the beginning of our row. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook, and then you're going to finish off the row by working a double crochet into the top of your turning chain. So just find that little turning chain on the very edge and work a double crochet into the edge of that. And this will ensure that your shawl is staying the same width as you go. And there you go. So you're just going to repeat that. So you just repeat that row however many times you like, changing colors as you prefer, and then there is one final row to finish it off, so I'm going to show you how to do that. When you're ready to work the last row of your pattern, you're going to turn and you're going to start with a chain 1. Now we're going to work into both loops for this row. We're going to single crochet into the first double crochet. Now we're going to single crochet into the next 7 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. When you do get to a chain space, you're going to work 2 single crochets into that chain space. Now you're going to work a single crochet in the next 7 stitches. So go ahead and work those across. Now, this pattern does have you change colors. If you are interested in that, we do have a video showing you how easy it is to change colors in your crochet, so we'll link below to that for you. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now we're going to skip 2 stitches, and we're going to continue to repeat across our row. Single crochet in the next 7 stitches. So we skip the 2 stitches in the little valley. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. When you reach the little chain space, you're going to work 2 single crochets into the chain space. And then, super easy to finish off, you're just going to work 1 single crochet into each of the final 8 stitches. 5, 6, 7, and then make sure you get on the edge there, 8. And there you go. Beautiful. Ta-da! You now have a beautiful shawl, scarf, blanket, whatever it is that you decided to make. You totally made a thing. Alrighty friends, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Be sure to marvel in this beautiful day. Soak up all the goodness that has been splashed upon your head today because you totally deserve it. Come back next week. We're gonna have another pattern for you. And if you would like to get notified when those go live, you can sign up for email updates at expressionfiberarts.com. Ta-ta for now, folks. I will see you next time. Bye. Testing. Test, test. Mi nome mi padre en tu corazón. Oh, I almost had it.
You killed it.
Oh, see, I didn't prepare my script. Whether it's...
Yo, I'm gonna be like this every time we film.
How often do you find ripples and waves in nature? This shawl was inspired by ripples. Clouds rippling sometimes in the skies, ripples on a lake, beautiful ripples, ripples on a lake or the ocean. You will find ripples everywhere in nature. Sometimes clouds are ripply, ripply sand dunes, ripples, ripples.
Ripple, here's our word of the day. It's Blue's Clues.
Whether it's sun.
Perfect.
Ta for now, folks. Bye. What?